So by now, we all know that Biden has won. It's a glorious day because now we are not in the control of a fascist dictator. And things can actually get done. I mean, we still have to face the fact that Biden is a pretty centrist candidate when it comes to Democrats and, the basic, you'll only get the basics done, like, the bare minimum done, and that's if we get the House and Senate. If we don't get the House and Senate, then nothing will be done for the next 4 years. But hey, look at the bright side. We've won and we can shove it in the face of all the fucking Trump fans. And what's more joyous than that? It's so funny seeing Trump fans being so confident that not only were they going to win, but they were going to win by a landslide, which, no, they fucking weren't. But of course, haven't you heard? We didn't really win. There was cheating. For you see, during the election, at first it looked like Trump was going to win, and then states started turning blue. This is kind of an outdated pick, but most of the states that are not blue or not red later became blue, except North Carolina, which can suck my dick. But of course, people were wondering, why were all these states that were going to go to Trump turn blue? There must be cheating going on, or, the other option, the fact that, mail-in ballots took a while. For you see, the reason why things were a bit slow during the whole election was because of two factors. One, a lot of people voted this year, a lot more than usual, and the second thing is, mail-in ballots were a bit complicated. Some couldn't be counted on the day before election day, like normally with early votes, and they had to be, that people had to wait to count them. But why, when the mail-in ballots were coming in, why were most of them blue? Like a staggering amount of them were blue. What? Well, how could that have happened? Obviously, these must be fake and not because of any prior reasons like, Trump going out of his way to say the mail-in ballots were bad and you should vote in person. And of course, Trump fans being Trump fans, they listen. And so most of them didn't put in mail-in ballots. They voted in person. Democrats, on the other hand, didn't want to go outside and, face the fact and possibly get corona or get sick, so they voted with mail-in ballots. So of course, when you have millions of uncounted votes and they happen to be mail-in ballots, guess what those votes are going to be? Those votes are going to be Democrat, because Republicans, Trump fans like, were told not to vote with mail-in ballots, but to vote in person. But even if you were to give chuds basic facts, they still won't bother to look at the simple facts that, well, they lost, and for clear reasons. Not a lot of people like Trump. For you see, Trump's victory 4 years ago has deluded chuds into thinking, yeah, we're the silent majority. We're totally the popular opinion. We won the 2016 election. How come we're not winning this one? A factor I think a lot of people seem to forget about the 2016 election is that during that time, a lot of people were kind of not giving a shit about politics. Seeing barely any changes from the last 4 years of the Obama term made a lot of people that would normally vote for someone like Hillary think, oh, my vote's not gonna matter. Nothing really matters. Nothing's gonna change dramatically. But the last 4 years have proven those people wrong. From the Charlottesville rally to the kids in cages, which to be fair, Obama started and Trump didn't stop at all. And, things like the ongoing racial violence getting much worse because now Trump cops think they can get away with stuff because they have someone like Trump in office. But this last year has been a major reason for why people should vote, because the whole corona thing just proved that if you don't vote and someone incompetent gets in the office like Trump, consequences will happen and your vote does matter. 200,000 people died because Trump's incompetence. You see, the reason why Joe smashed a lot of Hillary's records is because that voter suppression has turned down and now people realize that they need to vote. That voting is a serious thing, and if you don't, incompetent people like Trump will get elected. Now, you may be wondering, why is there still a bunch of Trump votes? And that's obvious. Most people in America are fucking stupid. If anything, the fact that this election was still very close should be proof that there is no election rigging going on. You still almost won. We only won barely. I think that's mostly because Democrats like Joe Biden have been trying to appeal to the other side that will never vote for him. I think Joe should have at least tried to appeal more to progressives in general, because in key areas like Georgia, where Democratic cities were the ones that turned it blue, are proof that, yeah, we should have paid more attention to them. But of course, the right has become so deluded with themselves into thinking that there's no way that we could lose, that of course you got situations where Donald J. Trump is trying to say again and again that the election was stolen from him, even though it wasn't. It clearly wasn't. There's no proof that there was any election interference. But it's clear what's going to happen. Trump will keep on whining and whining about how he won until he's kicked out of the office next year. And before I end this video, I want to make it clear that the fight for justice is not over. Joe Biden getting elected does not mean there's no corrupt politicians in office. There still very much is. And although they're probably going to be held up to more scrutiny now, they're still going to be there. Hell, Joe Biden is one of them. Remember all the bad things Obama has done, like the kids in cages and the drone strikes? Yeah, Joe Biden saw that and went like, oh, that's okay. I think we need to be very critical towards Joe Biden and not just be glad that he isn't Trump. Yeah, it is good that he's not Trump and Trump is now out of office, but Joe Biden is still a centrist politician at the end of the day, and he's not going to get much done unless he's given pressure by us, the people who voted for him. So when Joe Biden eventually does fuck up, and he will fuck up a few times, I know that for sure, we need to not look the other way and go like, well, at least it's not Trump. We need to be critical on him. Thank you for watching the video, and if you liked it, be sure to like and subscribe. Also, check out these links. If you want to tip me, you could go check out my Ko-Fi. If you want to vote for the next video, go to my Twitter. If you want to get some merch with my face on it, go to my merch store. And if you want to get to watch videos early while supporting the channel, go check out my Patreon. Also, the artist that made the OCs in this video is not me. It is Benny Bunny. So go check him out on Twitter. Also, feel free to come down to my Discord with the link down below. New videos are uploaded every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And don't forget to love yourself.